Hey, what's up? Welcome back to AlgoYogi. Our next problem in the list of 2 pointers is minimum time to make rope colorful. Let's go to LeetCode. So Alice has n balloons. Title is, we have already read the title. So Alice has n balloons arranged on a rope. You are given a zero indexed string colors where colors I represents basically the color of the ith balloon. All right. Now Alice wants the rope to be colorful. She does not want two consecutive balloons to be on the same color. All right. So she asked Bob. Bob is a helping hand. Bob doesn't have any of his work to do. Bob is okay. Bob can remove some balloons from the rope to make it colorful. You are given a zero index integer array needed time, where needed time I is the time that Bob needs to remove the ith balloon from the rope. All right. So now we need to return the minimum time Bob needs to make the rope colorful. So simple. We need to basically remove some balloons from the rope, and where we see two consecutive balloons have the same colors, but we need to decide which one we need to remove, and that decision comes with this another array that's given to us, which is needed time, and we want to basically take the least amount of time, so we will remove that takes least time to remove from the rope. All right, so let's go over the example. This one, it will be easy. So this is my colors rope. Okay, in the real example it's given with a string, but this is a nice representation that they have given us in the description, so let's use that. Okay, so this is my colors array, which represents the color of the balloon. So we got blue, red, blue, green. So you can definitely see that this is here. We got two consecutive balloons that are stopping our rope to become colorful, right? It's still colorful, but like you don't want any two consecutives same colors to be right next to each other. So we need to remove one, just like they have shown in the example. They have removed this particular I'm sorry, yeah, so they have removed this one. Why this fucking stopped working? Okay, this is why. So they removed this one, and why? Because I'm sure in the needed time array that they have given us is this is 1 2 3 4 5. So this is the time that takes to remove the balloon. So because this one takes less time than this one, then we just got rid of this balloon, and this is the final colorful rope. But in the question we need to return the needed time, basically like how much time Bob had taken. Return the minimum time Bob took to basically make the rope colorful. All right, so here what we are going to do is basically use 2 pointers approach, and in that 2 pointers approach what we will be doing is basically going over our colors array, and whenever we come across, so let's say my left pointer is over here, then my right pointer starts with 1, and then I keep taking my right pointer towards the end, and whenever I see if my left is equals to my right, then I check which one I can remove. So here this is not the case, so in that case I will basically increment my left and right both. So these both of these, and you know what, this will be better. So both of these, yeah, so that won't work. Okay, never mind. So both of these will be basically moved ahead. Okay, so now my left is pointing here and right is pointing here. In this case also I need to basically they don't match the color. These are not two consecutive same colors. Now I will have my left and right pointing over here, and then I see they're both pointing to the same color. Then I will check which one I can remove. So I see that this one, the left that's pointing to, I can remove this one. So what I will do is I will add its time to my result 3, and then I will just basically place my left to my right over here, and this right in the next loop. It will be, it will move forward by itself, so we wouldn't have to do it. So now they will be pointing to here. So now in this case you can see we are done through making the rope colorful, and this is what we will return as answer. So this will take big of n time complexity, and it's quite simple to basically implement. It's just about using one loop and one pointers pointing to the beginning of the colors array, and we keep checking if those two consecutive balloons have the same color, and if they do, then remove the one that takes less amount of time to remove. Okay, so in this case, this one is a little more interesting. So this is my left, this is my right, and then I check, okay, you know what, these two are same. Then let me basically write the time needed also. So this is 1 2 3 4 5, and then what I do is this one takes less amount of time, so I am going to get rid of this balloon. Then I move my pointers. Basically when I remove that, left must have already moved over here, and then right basically moves in the next iteration over here. Then I check this is good, so I basically get rid of this particular thing, and then I see these are not similar and then these are similar, so left will be pointing over here, right here, and then of course you basically are going to remove this one because it takes less time. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is it. I'm sure by now you already know what we're going to write. Okay, take your time, understand it, and then move on to the implementation. Don't rush. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna have a result array that will give us the needed time. That's what we will return in the end. Then we have left pointer pointing to the 0 for I, let's call it r, in range length, start at 1 because initially they are pointing to the same. We don't want that because both two pointers pointing to the same balloon, it's the same color. That's not what we want. So it will be length colors. Okay, so now let's check if colors L is basically same as colors R, in that case we want to remove one of those, right? So which one do we remove? So that depends on the needed time. So if needed time, and by the way, let's write its else case. In this case, if basically those two colors are they're not same, then basically R will move to the next balloon, but we want to take my left to R. Okay, so the reason we are not adding one is because we are about to just get remove some of the colors basically. So that will leave that empty. We don't want to consider that. We don't want to add that time again to my result, because one time is enough to remove one balloon. Okay, so if needed time, so this is what we will use to if if needed time L is less than needed time R, then I will remove needed time L. Okay, so I will add that to my answer, and I will place my L to, sorry, I will play, should I keep my L there? No, because I have removed that, so I will place R to my L. Otherwise R will increment itself. I don't have to increment it. I just want to add the R balloons needed time to remove to my answer. Okay, I think that is it to this solution. Let's return the result. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. Let's go over this again. So we have left pointer pointing to the 0. We start our right pointer at the first index. Then we check if those colors are same at L and R. If they are, then we will basically remove one of them. Otherwise, just move your left pointer to the R, and R will increment, again in that loop. And here, whichever time is shortest, that's the one you basically add it to your result. So if L is smaller, then you add L to the result, otherwise R. Then, okay, what is this? Alright, passes the examples, and pretty good time and space complexity in the submission. So let's write the time complexity, and that is big of n is the length of the colors array, and colors and needed time, they're both same. Okay, and space complexity is big of 1, because you're not really using any space. So let's go back to AlgoYogi, mark this problem solved, and see you guys in the next problem. Until then, bye bye.